Glenn Hayes' backyard here. Me and Zack's out hunting this evening. It's on a Thursday evening here in West Virginia. It's about 4:30, 20:05 here, and I'm telling you what, it's been a work getting in here this evening. I don't know if I'm a fan of a deer climber at all. It has a lot of work. The stationary stand's a lot better. I think we're going to leave that in here. That way we come back Saturday morning in here and it'd be rare to go, and all you got to do is climb up it, but that packing it in and out, that's for the berries. Bet you're afraid somebody steal it, but where it's at, it'd be hard to see. But we're here and he's up on the flat tonight. I'm in my two-man muddy stand here. Got my crossbow ready. We got a couple good bucks on film this week, but they're about 8 o'clock coming to the camera, so a little bit after dark still. So I place Bub away from the weed instead of hunting on the feed. We been back on a track looks like it's a road. It's a deer track that's heavily traveled, so we're going to see what happens. But I hope I hear a shot go off or hear a bunch of commotion where he might see one, but I could almost probably see him from here if the leaves weren't so thick. But it's just too hot. It's kind of like one of them deals where you want to come out, you got the fever for it, they're on film. But it's just way too hot. It's about pushing 80 degrees today here. That's rare for West Virginia. We're going in the third week of October, and that's rare. Usually we've done had our first frost by now. But that big nice 8-point that I killed though, in this location, this same holler, it was on the third weekend. The third weekend of the month was when I got him, on a Saturday morning. So next Saturday will be 2 years that around that we got that deer. So we're in here this evening, and hopefully we'll see something. Last time we was in here, last 2 times we've seen does. But it's more towards the end of the evening. It's about anywhere from 6 to 7 o'clock when we start getting some traffic in here. So we're in here. We walked in today. We didn't ride the side by side up here. So we walked in, extra walk. So we walked probably a quarter a mile in here, all uphill. That stinks. So I got spider webs all over me. I know people saying, why you wearing a gray shirt? But I'm soaked. There ain't no way they're gonna come around me today. I got so much sweat on me. But it's one of them deals though where you wanted to come and try to find out what's going on. I'm actually thinking about, by next year, I'm thinking about building me a permanent blind right here on this flat. There's 2 trees right there, and all I need is 2 posts. 2 more posts. And I got a good shot there, a good shot out through here. I can look up on the hill from here. I might think about that, severely, really think about that. To build a permanent blind, put me a stove in it, and I can lock it up, put my deer climber in it, come up here, get in it. And one good thing about where I hunt right now, there's not too many roads. All the roads are gone now. Some of them growed up. Trees have fell over, a bunch of them. The back ways, the old guest roads, and they don't maintain these guest wells anymore, so somebody's got to hike in here to mess with my stuff. There's like one way in, one way out by a road. But I'm not saying they can't still come in here. But I'm thinking about it. I got it right down there. There's a tree. There's a tree. I can set me 2 posts out here and just put me a post down on a flat concrete thing, and then build my floor, and then just go up with it. And I think that's what I'll do. I might just make me a, but you know what'll probably happen? I get that stinking thing done and one of them trees will fall, or one of these trees fall right slap through it. But I know I'm being negative. But I'm gonna get off here now and enjoy this beautiful evening here in West Virginia. As you can see, it's thick. But that's what I'm looking at. I'm hoping one walks by this evening. So we'll do a recap here in a little bit. I like to be gutting one, showing you what Bub got. So we're gonna get off here and see what happens. We'll get back with you in a little bit. Glenn Hayes' backyard here is coming right back at you. Bub got him one tonight. His first deer. Well, I'm gonna let him tell how you got him at.
What's up, everyone? So basically, I was in my tree stand, and then I look to the left of me, and then I see this fine thing here walking, and he was in like lines of trees where I couldn't get a good angle on him, and then he goes downward deeper into the hall, and I was like, shoot, that's gonna get him one. But then luckily he started coming upwards, and I pull up my crossbow, and then I shoot him, and then he starts taking off and crashes, and this is what happened.
Yeah, did it show up good, Zach? Yeah. Yeah, man, I was in my tree stand. I gotta watch it all develop. I'm down there where I am. I hear a boop where that thing goes off. And I hear that thing. Look at me, bub. Hold a big thumbs up for him. Yeah. Yeah. Got an early one this year, October deer. And I heard it coming down the hill after that, and I thought, boy, he shot one. And about that time, I heard it crash. It probably didn't even run. He didn't run 50 yards. So Bub must have really got a good shot on him. But now the work begins. We gotta gut him and get him out of here. So we might wrap this up at the shed after a while, the shop. But I'm gonna get old Bub on here again. How's it feel to get your first buck?
It feels amazing.
Huh?
It feels amazing.
Feels like you accomplished something, don't it?
Feel like I accomplished a major thing in my life.
Yeah, you hunted him, you searched for him, we had him on camera, and now we got him. Yep.
These flies are over here aggravating me.
Yeah, the flies are already swarm. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Well, it's the next day, and I got to say, we had an exciting night before. Today's Friday. It was Thursday night, October 14th, when Bub got his first deer. Really a big emotional day for me, as watching a young man grow up and teaching him how to hunt, trying to show him how to hunt, what little of information I've gathered, because I've never claimed to have been a great hunter. I've had a few deer walk in front of me and from my path before. A lot of luck involved. Last night, Bub made a heck of a shot. He was downhill. I'm gonna show you what that young boy shot through. Now, you see the bigger tree, the buck was beyond that. Down the hill just a little bit. You see like a smaller tree than a bigger tree. Probably about another 5 yards downhill was that buck, walking from left to right down through there. Our feeder is through the woods there, probably about 40 yards that way is the feeder. So what I done, I watched some hunting videos night before. That twig's gonna get me now. Watched some hunting videos night before. The guy had a key point that I listened to. And probably a lot of professional deer hunters out there are saying, well, man, you should know better. Like I said, when you learn, right? So we decided not to hunt around the feed. So this area was heavily trafficked through here. We knew from, cause I'm a hunting, I don't know if you can see my hand, but right down in the bottom of this holler is where my stand is. There's a head of a creek about probably 80 to 90 yards down over the hill here is where I am from him. And there's a head of a creek there, and that's where I'm at. That's where I've always hunted. So he wanted to hunt the flat. My buddy said the flat's the best place to hunt. It's a tough hike to get to the flat. So we come up here and I looked it over. Last time I come in feeding, I dropped the corn and I was walking back, and I could tell there's a lot of trails in between the feeder and where I'm hunting, and they're passing between us. And we've known that through their pattern before, but usually they'll come right to the feeders, so we've never had no trouble. Last couple of years I've been avoiding it. So I decided to put him last night in a spot to where he could see these paths, and it paid off. Being a hunter, not experienced, he told me, he said after he shot, he heard a grunt to the right of him. Now, could that have been the big 10 point? I don't know. We'll never know that. It could have been the bigger 8 that's in here too. So he said he heard one grunt to the right of him, which it's thick here, and you can't, from me looking at it right now, his visibility to the right might be 30 yards, and then you can't tell what's beyond that because of the leaves. So he's kind of in here in the area. Of course, Bub was anxious. He'd been wanting a deer. Missed on he shot a better deer last year, 8 point. Missed it. When it went into the area, instead of going through the heart and lungs, it went in front of him, and he went behind the right leg, and it came out over here in the front of the left leg. Right across his chest, it come out. So he missed the vitals. But last night, he hit a good shot. My buddy come up and helped us last night, and man, he said it was a heck of a shot, because he said he got both lungs. So he hit the deer where he's supposed to. The deer didn't run probably 40 yards and crashed. 40 yards at the most. We didn't have to walk very far where he was. Of course, I heard it crash from where I was at, which you'll see the first part of the video when I'm talking before. But as a dad, a proud moment for him to see your son and to see him accomplish something that he really loves. I mean, my boy loves to hunt. Loves it more than me. He loves it more than anything. So probably this has put fuel in the fire. He's been super psyched all day about getting his first buck. And so I'm very proud of him. Got the head to the taxidermy today. And so we're gonna have it mounted. I know it's a small rate, but it's his first deer, so it's a gift from me to him. It's a day that every time we'll see that deer head, hopefully in my home or his home down the road, we'll see that deer head and know exactly where we was at, what we was doing, and we'll remember that evening like it happened yesterday. That's what's so awesome about hunting, that I always say. It's so awesome because the moments that you share with your loved ones, you know, and even with my wife when we got home, I mean, it was just a good moment because she was happy for him. And, you know, we got to tell the story, and we all laughed and talked all night about it, you know. And it'd be a story that we'll tell from now on. Even now, Bub will have a story to tell, you know. So I get to tell my story about my deer. My buddy has got a lot of deer. Great hunter. Like I said, he's got an article in Whitetail Hunter. He shot a big piebald last year. They done an article on him. He's a great hunter. And so he's got plenty of stories, and now Bub's got a story to tell whenever we're around the campfire camping. So awesome time, awesome way to go. I might put one more shot into this before we make this into a full video for you, and we might get Bub and talk about with him a little bit more, because it is his video, it is his time. And one good thing about it, he'll be able to look on YouTube and hit this and watch it anytime he wants to, no matter where he is. If he's at work, is he at college, or wherever he is one day, he'll be able to relive it. So, but like I said, this is the reason why I make these videos. This is the reason why I put them on there. It's not just for other people to see and possibly maybe get joy out of it, but it is a memory for me to have forever. There's only so much storage you can put on your phone, pictures and everything, but videos, you put them on YouTube, they're there forever. So that's what's awesome about it. But like I said, please like and subscribe to our channel. Help us grow a little bit, you know. And so this is Glen Hayes' backyard. And like I said, we'll put something on there above in a little bit. And we thank you for watching. We're glad you got the experience with us, this walk with us, and this time up here in our lives with me and him together. I'm glad you guys got to see it, and we're willing to share it. So like I said, have a good weekend and a good days ahead. This is a Friday afternoon. I'm here grabbing his stand. Hopefully tomorrow we're going to a different spot to put some corn out and scout out. My buddy's got a farm up on a point here in West Virginia. It's called, I don't want to give it out, but he's up on the ridge, and he's got several acres up there, and his boy's working away now that hunts that, and he told us that we're allowed to hunt it. So we're going to try it out. There's some big bucks up there, and we're scoping for rifle season. Bub's got one more tag and rifle, and I've got a bow and a rifle left. So now the pressure's off as a dad. You know, he got his, so now I get to kind of relax and hunt when I want to, when I need to, and I don't feel that pressure of having to take him all the time because he's got his. So I'm thankful for that. I'm thankful that the Lord blessed us to be able to have a moment like that together. And that deer was put in proper use. Me and my buddy took it home last night, and we skinned it all out, got all the meat off of it, and we got it in the freezer, and we're gonna make deer jerky out of it. And so I got a good buddy at church, and he makes incredible deer jerky. I told him he can have the tenderloins off the deer if he makes the jerky for us. So it's kind of like a trade and favor. I've got meat in the freezer yet from the other deer that I killed 2 years ago. Plenty of meat left, so swap a favor for a friend. So we're going to help him out as he helps us out. That's what life is all about, help one another. And don't take advantage of people, but help each other out, that's for sure. So may God bless you. And like I said, we'll try to get maybe a little interview with Bub again this evening before we finish this up, where he's not so anxious in the woods like he was last night. But we'll see you in a bit.